started out my first 2 postings on YouTube with lighter subject matter and no bad words, but am graduating to curse words and vulgarity via viewer feedback and preference. Those of you that follow my material will eventually hear hardcore, raw honesty and may conclude that I'm the guy that if you ain't got nothing good to say, then come sit by me. Because we should talk. And I do intend on graduating to all kinds of curse words and vulgarities. But right now, I'm still testing it all out. So I'm not really ready to drop something like the F-bomb or the genital reference C words just yet, and the vulgarity that goes along with that. We'll keep it mild for now. Those of you that have that preference, not that I prefer using curse words at all, but I understand that some of the general American audience of today doesn't quite get the point if there aren't some strong curse words thrown in, and I will do my best to accommodate the audience's deficit with some nasty language. Meanwhile, thank you for watching, and I hope you all laugh your asses off. Or guts off. Whichever it is you have that's bigger or bulging out farther than it ought to be. Well, speaking of asses and guts, I wouldn't say this myself because I wouldn't risk alienating any of my audience. Yeah, so I'm not saying, but let's say someone like the comedian Lisa Lampanelli, she might say something like, a good portion of you could stand to lose at least half the size of your ass or gut anyway. So get laughing, because some of that ass or gut needs to come right off. It's a good thing Lisa Lampanelli's not here saying those things. Just to make sure that you understand, I wouldn't say something like that to my audience. That's just something that Lisa might say. And now everybody's looking at me. You're probably here expecting me to make you laugh. Well, where did you get that idea? Well, then, maybe you should have went out to a comedy club. Oh, that's right. You were invited here so that I could have an audience. And wasn't that nice? As if your coming here had nothing to do with all the drinks and food you're all consuming. Had nothing to do with it. Wasn't that nice of you to come here and have free drinks and food at someone else's expense? You're all wonderful. Because you're really just here as a favor so that I have an audience. I guess this is where you're expecting me to show you all gratitude for coming to my place to drink my beverages and eat my food. He didn't just say that to us. Everything got so quiet. Everybody's looking at me in anticipation. This is nice. Everybody waiting to see if I have something to say.
No! Oh no!
And they're responsive. What if I didn't stand up here to make you laugh?
Ooh.
Maybe I brought you all here to drop insults on. Oh, that's right. That's right. I don't know you. So, how am I going to drop good insults?
Oops.
Just don't sit around here with your expectations. I don't know why I'm standing up here right now. For some reason, I just got annoyed. And I'm staying up here to talk about it and get it all out. To vent and not keep it all inside and get upset. Kind of like you're all my therapists and I'm your patient.
What?
I said you're my therapist.
Oh no!
So stifle it and listen.
No.
Because that's what you just said you were here for. So basically, I'm here to complain. Some of you might say,
Yeah.
to bitch.
Wow.
Okay, I'll say it. You were all invited here to a comedy party on pretense.
Oh
It
no.
was a ploy to get you here to listen to me complain by describing accurate, valid, expressive, descriptive narratives.
What?
I say accurate, valid, expressive, descriptive narratives and not bitch, because complaining includes valid argument and accurate descriptions and descriptive narratives.
Oh no!
On the other hand, bitching implies outspokenness without valid argument.
Yeah.
Well, I have valid arguments. Valid arguments. And so, I'm complaining, not bitching. Rodney Dangerfield and Joan Rivers made fortunes doing it, and I need in on the action. So here it is. I've gotten good at it. Good at bitching. Complaining with accurate, valid, expressive, descriptive narrative. Much better than even many women.
Ooh.
Better than most because mine tends to be more accurate and valid. It happens to work out. After all, I came here to bitch. I came here to complain with accurate, valid, expressive, descriptive narrative. I stand up here and vent my accurate, valid, expressive, descriptive narratives. Maybe you laugh. Well, depending. Sometimes there are people having a bad day or whatever and are just not going to laugh at anything, no matter who's up here bitching. Doing their stand-up comedy bit. And okay, for the sake of keeping nomenclature simple and short, I'll go along with it for now, and instead of calling it accurate, valid, expressive, descriptive, narrative complaints, I'll go along with you and call it bitching.
Yeah.
Anyhow, my bitching is right on. My bitching is right on. Right on. To use your terminology, I've become quite good at bitch. Good enough that I went notorious for it. Enough that a professor once asked me if I were willing to come teach bitch for a women's studies class at the community college.
What?
Imagine that. A man teaching about the art of bitch at a woman's study class. The world's really come a long way. Really. Bitch class?
What?
Bitch class?
What?
Did you ever hear of that?
Yeah.
You're more informed than I anticipated. Last time I had this discussion, someone said she got an A in the class. And someone else said she used to teach bitch science. And well, based on taking a good look at them both, it was believable. Good for them, I suppose. I don't know if she got a degree in bitch science, but even so, she knew a lot about bitch. A lot.
Wow.
So, I guess I'm dealing with a pretty high caliber bitch and bitch knowledgeable audience than I'm used to. Anyway, bitch class involves a teacher standing at the head of a classroom leading all kinds of discussions about bitching. What it constitutes, historical bitch, and how bitch evolved. How to go about and deliver proper bitching in society today, and how to keep up with all the ongoing changes in the way to bitch so that your bitching will be proper in the culture and society of tomorrow's world. Those who complete the class successfully gain assurance that they can perform bitch properly in today's fast-changing world. Which is much different from the typical one-on-one or small group bitch sessions that women of all ages engage in with each other. There's no denying that's going on big time because there are so many TV shows that have a bitching mainstay, including The View, The Talk, The Real, and other daytime TV shows with women panels that sit around and bitch with each other. These pairs, or small groups, discuss lots of topics, but most typically bitch and maybe complain about men and what's wrong with us all, and how they need to train and change the men in their lives. To be fair and honest, I don't watch any of these with any regularity, and I've never watched even a single episode straight on through from beginning to end. I usually channel surf, listen for a minute, change it quick, and then I think, how on earth is this crap on public airwaves? None of them actually watch themselves because if they did, they're not going to like what they see and hear. There are all kinds of one-woman daytime TV shows. Some have a bitch mainstay and others don't. Again, I don't regularly watch any of these shows much, and so what I say is based on small and perhaps unrepresentative samples of these shows. Here it goes anyway. Ellen doesn't seem to bitch much, or goes really light on the bitch element in her show. Although Oprah has a strong, inherent, hidden bitch undertone, Oprah didn't seem to bitch much either. However, Oprah does seem to get her followers to get up their bitch regarding whatever Oprah isn't bitching about herself. And so Oprah encourages her audience to bitch extensively. Beyond Queen of Bitch, and better described as the TV goddess of bitch, would be Wendy Williams. She gets up there, and every word out of her is bitching. Even when she's trying to be sweet, kind, and complimentary. It seems like it's just not possible for Wendy Williams to speak or even be present without having her bitch out. Some of these daytime talk show stars are so bitch extreme that they don't even have to say a word. They get in front of that camera and everyone viewing can feel and sense that horrific, projected eminence of extreme bitch. Extreme bitch.
Oh no!
Bitch. Ooh. On top of that, their audiences seem to love them and keep watching. So, I admit it. I'm only notorious bitch because I'm a man that can bitch up to a certain level. However, I couldn't begin to compete with that type of extreme bitch. I just couldn't. And try as I might, I don't think any man could. It's just one of those aspects that women dominate over men. I'm not going to discuss aspects that men dominate over women. That's another piece I haven't prepared yet. Well, getting back to the story about the teaching job. So I said, "Excuse me, Professor, but you can't teach extreme bitch or even good bitch, which is really bad bitch. Let's resign the semantics on that one for now." Then I said, "I'm not good at bitch because someone taught me it." The professor said, "They didn't?" I said, "No." So the professor asked, "Then how did you become so extreme at bitch?" I said, "Professor, I became extreme at bitch because I've got a lot to bitch about, bitch." Oh. And it was a woman professor, and she didn't take kindly to me adding that reference to her as bitch at the end of the sentence. And she certainly said to me, "I'm offended by your reference to me as bitch." And she had her arms crossed like this, with her hands just like this, so that her pinkies and pointers were sticking out and displaying her long, red-painted fingernails. Ooh. Woo! At that point, I could tell that she was just aching to gouge out one of my eyes with those long fingernails of hers. And I thought quick and said, "Golly, Professor, I wasn't calling you a bitch before. I was just using the word as emphasis in speech. You know, like verbal punctuation instead of saying comma. This last time I started my phrase with the word because I was using it in reference to you, because you seem to be responding with hypersensitivity about the word bitch, when after all, you were the one to mention educational bitch in the first place." Well, being in the educational mode, I didn't want to leave out the punctuation and get marked down for poor grammar, you being a professor and all. And given the topic of conversation, it seemed appropriate to use the word bitch instead of comma. Then she seemed to understand and let it go. Anyway, my entire point is that no one ever gave me lessons on bitch. You can't learn it in a class. It's just something that developed because I've experienced so much shit in life to bitch about. And accurate, valid, expressive, descriptive narrative is how I get it all out. Accurate, valid, expressive, descriptive narrative, aka bitching, with this audience, some friends you all are, is how I communicate the bad stories of my life to other people. It's how I express the horrific elements and experiences of my life. Now, some women, they can turn their bitch on and off at will. I don't claim that skill. And that's another part of why what I do is accurate, valid, expressive, descriptive narrative rather than bitch. I've almost always got a headache and therefore almost always have something to complain about. And you could tell by my demeanor that's the case. I've got an annoying headache right now. Anyway, these women claim that their mood and demeanor is often due to some hormonal process or changes.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Like the female cycle and period.
Oops!
Oops!
However, it doesn't affect all women equally,
No!
even
No.
for those getting about an equal period. So
No.
there goes that
No.
theory and excuse.
Oops!
Oops!
The other thing that lots of husbands and boyfriends, and men in general, we all suspect that the pharmaceutical industry is secretly producing and distributing bitch pills.
Yeah!
So that when a woman is feeling like she's treating the men around her too well, or that she has a right to be more of a bitch in any given situation, she can take that bitch tablet and get her bitch up right away. We do. We wonder. Guys, back me up here. Don't we wonder? Damn, did she take an overdose of bitch pills today or what? We wonder. It's kind of like the Viagra phenomenon. Kind of. Except, obviously, there aren't going to be any sex with it. Do you see the parallel synonymous idiosyncrasy? Men take a pill to get their dick up, and women take a pill to get their bitch up. Damn. What a scenario. Now, most of us, both men and women, have come across this behavior from some number of women. However, this method has gained popularity with some effeminate type men also.
Yeah.
And many of us have come across this phenomenon.
Yeah.
We've all seen it, if only on TV.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's somewhat comical, but other times it's rather ugly, maybe even scary.
Ooh.
You know, when there's a sassy man, sometimes with somewhat of a lisp or extreme stressing of S sounds in his pronunciations, and he might be snapping his fingers with nasty, effeminate hand gestures, and maybe using some girly saying like, "I hear that, girlfriend." Dude. Sorry, dude. That phrase should only come from a girlfriend. And if you are a male, you shouldn't be using that phrase or those hand gestures. It doesn't work, and it isn't fun to look at. But if these effeminate guys try to use the excuse that they're on the rag,
Oh no.
no one's gonna buy that. Or at least I hope not. Well, actually, there are some not so smart people, so some people might believe it, unfortunately. And for those of you that don't laugh because maybe you don't think it's funny, should I worry? Should I care? I already told you, I got a headache. Not everybody's going to laugh, not everybody's going to be in the mood. Heck, I'm the one up here doing the bit, and I'm not in the mood. And some women are going to get offended and turned off by the subject matter and turn on their bitch.
Oh no.
Oh,
Maybe even slip themselves one of those bitch pills and get their bitch up to extreme. Some of the guys are already thinking about what's going to happen in the car on the way home. It's easy, guys. You just don't remember that bit when I talked about bitch.
Yeah.
That's what you say. Just like Ronal Reagan used to say. Well, I don't remember. If it could get the president off the hook for the media, then it's got to be a good enough excuse for your partner. When your wife or girlfriend brings it up, you don't remember any of the bit about bitch. And as bitch Judge Judy always says, that's all.